Quick little analysis on Axie, symbol AXS versus US dollar over here. This one being requested by symbol MS from our lovely community. He's looking at a 4-hour and daily, and he's asking 57, then 39. So I'm guessing you're saying, is there going to be a drop down of $57 first and then 39? Well, first off, the first thing that obviously stands very, very clear to me on this asset is that it's continually in an uptrend, and actually probably one of the best charts, if not the best chart in cryptocurrency land. Pretty consistently since November 2020, actually. This is a very, very impressive chart, actually. I know you didn't ask about a weekly, but I do want to see it. Weekly still good here, so long term, I would not be looking for any sort of like major reversals just yet. And I would not be looking realistically for anything below about $50, you know, in the next 14 days, if that. This thing's pretty fucking strong, to be fair. Let's go down to the lower term time frames right here and see what we're working on. All right, so you got a bit of a range low going on right here, meaning that that is your 62 and 85 cent region. So as long as you're below there, I do look at this as essentially just higher lows within the making, and yet again another very healthy consolidation. Although it is a bit sloppy, but you know, it's an altcoin. These things are known to do such things, but looking at it right here, as long as volatility is below 50 percentile and actually trending a bit down, I do look at this as very likely putting in a healthy consolidation, as long as, key point, as long as those higher lows are protected, which is right around, again, just below $63, we'll say. For the daily, you have a very obvious continuation point to the prior all-time high above yesterday's high, which is 75.80 or so. You did sell off on the test towards your 3-spot extension right there. Now coming down to base off of the 2-spot 272. So to me, the question is, does this thing pull back first to the bottom side of this range or not? Now, to give your question a bit of credence, to directly answer what you were asking earlier, could it go to 50, or is it going to go to 57 and then 39? That would not be my first look on this one, man. Again, trend first always. And if this thing does take out, let's just call it again, $63, I would be looking towards your first target of 57. Yeah, about 57 or so. And I would be looking for a bounce there first and foremost. If things do fail, which, you know, you would essentially confirm by closure below about $57 on a daily specifically, then I would extend targets down to about, yeah, between about 45 and 50. I don't think that's what's happening here, though, to be fair. But for right now, I would expect to see some daily bearish divergence on the highs if that is going to happen. And we actually do have bearish divergence right here. This point, and this point. My look back period is a little bit too low to get this one right now. Technically, this is also not confirmed as a local high just yet, and it will only be confirmed as a local high again if you do go below $63, preferably on a 4-hour closure as well. Until then, I'd be looking at sideways and up on this one still. I know it sounds a little bit crazy, but higher term time frame still very, very good here. Not too much history right there, but weekly, same thing as well. You know, you're going to put in some bearish divergence at some point, but I don't know if you're there just yet. So sideways and up is what I'd still be looking for on this one. See what momentum also to say over here as well. AXS, see what this one's doing right here. Weekly will actually turn down with a weekly below 59.35. Daily will turn down or remain down as long as below 72.41, and 4-hour will be actually crossing up with any sort of a closure above 69.69. Great number right there too. So, you know, you can kind of see that for now, range bound, man. I wouldn't get too bearish on this thing until it actually takes out the range lows. Below there, though, yes, I would start to agree with your first target. Very likely a bounce there, failure there, and then you probably could look a little bit below 50. But for right now, man, I'm not necessarily the first one to front run a reversal here. And long term, like when we're talking long term, we're talking like months down the road, probably. I would very likely be looking towards an extension towards probably even 90 to $100 actually. That would be more long-term again, because typically you do not like actually top out at the 3-spot extension. You probably go to like the 272, the 3618, which are, you know, decently higher than where we're at right now. Actually did get pretty damn close right there. Did get to $83 about. But yeah, we do have a bit of a daily jewel sell signal, however. Now, we don't see the autofib supporting it just yet. So again, I'm inclined to say this is first and foremost going to be a consolidation. A little bit of short-term downside, yes, at 65.25, but that is still yet again another high low. So I would express caution before getting, you know, too bearish on something like this until that condition is met. So, you know, the invalidation points are very, very clear here, but long-term, I'm always going to like a chart that looks like that. So fair enough. Hopefully that was helpful, and there you go.